it takes courage to be our unapologetic selves. Hey y'all, welcome to Meryl's Mystic. I'm Meryl, and I empower witches, bitches, and dudes to complete themselves in order to have healthier soulmate relationships and more purposeful lives. Because I believe that only if you are your own soulmate can you attract the right soulmate, because you are the one that you are looking for. And I'm here to help you do that by helping you tap into the natural cycles of the earth and the stars through astrology and tarot. And I'm also a psychic medium. Thank you so much for being here. If it's your first time, please subscribe. And if you've been here before, welcome back. It's so good to see you. So we are here today to talk about Leo season. And Leo season will start on July 22nd and it goes until August 22nd this year. And then the new moon in Aquarius will be the day after Leo season begins, on the 23rd. And the new moon during Leo season is always in Aquarius, which is actually like a great little highlight to help us get a little bit more into our weird, let your freak flag fly. That's what Aquarius is really good at. And so that's gonna really help us be our best selves. And then the new moon in Leo will be on August 8th. So how was Cancer season? Cancer season really had us digging deep into our feels and trying to align our hearts with our heads. And there was a lot of stuff that we were all moving through. And as I'm recording this, it's still about a week from Leo season, and Mars and Venus and the moon just conjuncted in Leo. So already we're having you have already been experiencing some of the strong Leo energy that really gives us the fire to get up and go and to be courageous and unapologetic in being our best selves. So what does that mean for us? Well, I can tell you already from experience that means that we will be working through some more resistance, because it takes courage to be our unapologetic selves. And that means showing up when we don't always want to show up, or working through our fear, going forward despite our fear. The root word of courage is ku, which is Latin for love, I believe. Just spouting off facts that I hold on to my mind and trust myself to be true. There is, I think it might be the Latin. I think it's the Latin root of courage. It means heart, and you can find the connection in the Spanish word corazón. Also means heart. Mi corazón, it means my love. So there's a lot of connection between our heart and courage, and having courage to go after what we want and to commit to who we are and who we want to be and what our purpose is, because we all have purpose in life, and it is up to us to find and claim that purpose. And Leo season's gonna keep helping us do that. We started in Cancer season. I mean, it's been going throughout the entire year of gearing us up and supporting us in letting go of things that no longer serve us, and really connecting deeply to like what's in our heart and what's in our soul and what we feel like we are being called to do in this life. So the main thing about this Leo season is to be yourself. We're really, if you've seen my Cancer videos, go watch the Cancer videos for your sign. A big thing about Cancer season was accepting who we are, accepting what we want in this life, and also then building boundaries to protect what is most precious to us. And it was all about, it was kind of being more I shouldn't say kind of, there was a big energy of being more selfish, and Leo season is definitely going to help us continue to carry that over, because Leo is really great about being unapologetically themselves and telling people what they think and going after what they want and being who they are. And that's exactly what we all need after we were digging around for our like biggest, deepest dreams. Now we kind of come into the Leo season to really commit to those things. That was another theme that came up, was commitment. I literally pulled one of my cards I pulled today was commitment. one of my angel cards, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's like perfect, because we did so much, deep diving from Gemini season to Cancer season about who we are, what we want, and what our truths are. And now it's about committing to that and deciding, like, this is what I want, this is who I am, and I'm going to go after it no matter what anybody says. Because nobody can tell Leo nothing how to do. So Leo's really great because not only are they fierce in who they are fiercely loyal. So that's where this commitment piece comes from too. Leo's usually not afraid of commitment. They like having steady people around them. And because there is a certain, like, Leo just has a certain je ne sais quoi about them. I mean, I even put, like, my fancy nails on for you guys. Because I love my Leos. I adore you guys so much. And because the je ne sais quoi. The je ne sais quoi of just being very proud of who they are and taking pride in how they look and how they present themselves. And it's a balance. My mother's a Leo, so there was definitely some arguments about how I wanted to look and how she wanted me to look, because I was a reflection of her, because I'm her cub, so but I know she's very proud of me now, and she has been, but there was always a tug of how we came off as a reflection of her. And I know some other Leo mothers that are like that also. And if you are a Leo mother, let me know if you have a Scorpio child, or if you're a Scorpio, let me know if you have a Leo child, because I've met a lot of combinations of that, especially mothers and daughters, and because we are very similar from each other, but we have a lot to learn from each other. And I know my mom and I learned a lot from each other and still have a lot to learn from each other. This brings me to our tarot card of the season. Strength is the tarot card associated with Leo, and of course there's a lion there. And as I was talking about courage earlier, I always say that I think courage is a better name for the strength card than strength, because anybody can be strong if they need to be, but it really takes courage to work through the fear. And that's really what we're all here for, is to work through the fear of whatever comes up for you, right? Especially in this energy of being our unapologetic selves, a lot of it is the fear of what other people think, and the fear of looking silly or looking stupid or being judged, the fear of being exiled or snubbed, or what's the other word, shunned. And there's a lot of fear still in our world of being hurt and being unsafe. And there's a lot of people out there that fear for their lives every day, and yet they still get up and go and live their life. And it's more than strength. It's courage. Courage is more than strength. You are strong. Leo season is here also to remind us about how strong we are and how courageous we can be. Yeah. So, if you see too, she is connected to the magician. Her and this, our lovely femme woman here, lady, and the magician are the two figures that have the infinity symbol above their head to show that they are magical beings. And she's covered in, foliage and leaves, so she's very abundant. And she is, she knows the strength of the wild beast, and yet it doesn't deter her. Like, look how calm she is. And you know what? I almost wonder if she's one of the queens or an empress or something because she has the crown. I feel like I've seen her somewhere else in the deck. So, strength and courage to be yourself unapologetically. That's what we're doing this season. Cool. Let's get into your tarot scopes and see what Leo season has in store for you. All tarot scope readings apply to your sun, moon, and rising sign. So I always recommend that you cross-watch between your signs so that you can get a full picture of what you might be experiencing. And the intros to all the videos are the same, and I have the tarot scopes time-stamped in each description, so you can just skip that intro after you hear it the first time. Please join me on my Facebook and Instagram for the next live for the full moon in Aquarius, and that will be taking place the evening of Wednesday, July 21st. Hi, Taurus. So good to see you. Thank you for being here. How was Cancer season? I hope it brought some clarity and some good self-love. Let's see what Leo season has for you. Ooh, Queen of Wands. This is good. I was getting worried because I've had to have some serious talks with some other signs, and they're going through some stuff. So this is a nice little change of energy, and I'm happy that it's happening for you, Taurus. Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is one of the highest evolved fire signs. So you could have a fire sign in your life, maybe a Leo or a Sag. Usually they're not an Aries, it's usually Leo or Sag. But for this reading, that's probably not as important. What's more important is their energy. And the energy of the Queen of Wands is magical and magnetic and confident and solid and positive. Tough but fair comes to mind. And they have the power to create. And they also have the power to destroy, kind of like in a Kali Tower way. It's, but not, that might be too extreme. It's purposeful. It's a purposeful destruction in order to help along like endings, to embrace new beginnings. So the king and queen are really great regenerators. I should say that, like regeneration feels very in line with them. And if you notice on each of the cards, I think on the king it's a salamander, and on the queen it's this little black cat, and they're kind of their little magical animal guides. And they both carry their staffs, And even, look, there's even lions on this one for Leo season. So, so this is really great, Taurus. I hope this is how you're feeling. Even though this is a fire sign, I feel like you can totally have that naturally magnetic effect on people around you. I definitely know some Taurans that people are just naturally drawn to, and you guys do it in a little bit more of a subtle way than the fire signs. Fire signs are definitely a little bit more, I don't want to say dramatic, flamboyant, pun intended, I guess, since they're a fire sign. And Taurus has you have like a natural, more subtle confidence, and it makes you a little bit more mysterious. And that's fair, since you and Scorpio are paired on as opposites on the astrology wheel. Oh, interesting, Taurus. Whoa, some things are happening for you, and in the fashion or the energy that keeps coming up is that Leo season is really trying to get us to level up, and a lot of that is making us actually like kind of go back and see where things in our past could be affecting our present, that could be affecting us from moving forward into our future. So the next card is the King of Swords. So this is cool. It feels like you guys, the King of Swords knows how to speak their truth. They are flexible, but like knowing. They are diplomatic. They know how to see two sides of a story. The King and Queen of Swords, I always say, are meditation masters, and they have a level of transformative energy also, because they have butterflies. Both of them have butterflies on their card, and the butterfly is that symbol of transformation. It's kind of like you have this symbol of regeneration and then transformation. And the water court cards have some regeneration properties also, because you also have the Page of Cups in reverse. And here's where we're kind of like looking back. Because with the King and Queen, the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords here, and it's cool because air and fire are compatible. And you being an earth sign, it means, yes, you have to be like in line with your, or in touch with your element, but that also means that you have to seek out the other elements to help you feel complete, to help you feel fulfilled. Like you can't just be an earth sign and have everything earth, because that can actually get you stuck. And I've met some people who have like earth, sun, moon, and rising, and they're some of the most like stubborn people. Even when you like show them evidence why what they're doing probably needs to be changed, they're just like, nope, this is me, accept me or leave me, sort of thing. And it's like, well, but that's not growth. Do you want to grow, or do you want to stay the same? Because if you want to stay the same, you're on the wrong channel. We're not staying the same here. We're growing and evolving and leveling up. And this being a part of your most evolved, highest self. I could definitely see these energies being embodied by a empowered, enlightened, embodied Taurus. That when you're in touch with all sides of you, when you're in touch with all the elements, because we're not getting any earth elements here, we're just getting court cards, and we have fire, we have air, and then we have our Page of Cups in reverse. So it's really great because like it seems like you probably are speaking your truth more since we have the king in the air. You're getting more in touch with your mindset. If you don't have a meditation practice, I highly recommend getting some sort of meditation practice. With the Queen of Wands, you're owning who you are. You're confident. You are definitely going to be tapping into this unapologetically you energy that's coming with Leo season. And now it feels like, cool, we got some stuff we've been working on and things are starting to line up. And it's exciting and just like really feeling myself. Just really feeling myself. That's a Lizzo song. Excuse me while I feel myself. She's also a Taurus. And she's unapologetically her. And she feels herself too. You feel yourself. So then we have the Page of Cups in reverse. So this is showing where the work needs to be done still. And the work is never really done. It just feels like you're in a good place with these other elemental views in your life. It feels like maybe with the Queen of Wands, hopefully you're tapping into like a higher power or just something bigger than you, something to connect to spiritually. Your mindset's getting right. And so now with the Page of Cups in reverse, we're getting a little bit, we need to look at our emotions. You need to look at your emotions, Taurus. And those emotions are really connected to your inner child, your younger selves, a past you, maybe not even inner child, maybe like teenage you, early 20s you know, if you're late 20s, early 30s and older, not like if you're in your 40s or 50s, maybe there's a 20s to 30s you that there was something that happened in your younger years that might have taken away some of your innocence and might have tried to quell your, is that a word? That's what I heard. Quell your creativity. Stifle it. Stifle you. The Page of Cups is, you know, creative and wondrous and has, you know, somewhat of a childlike wonder and an innocence about them, where they're not quite jaded yet by the world. And so it feels like being in reverse and having this theme of needing to go back, it is pointing out specifically for you, Taurus, which is really nice because I feel like the other signs didn't get a specific something in your younger years that, and it does, it feels like somewhere between like teenage years and late 20s, depending on how old you are. That is still affecting you and is holding you back from, because it's kind of stifling your ability to be open emotionally, to be open empathetically, intuitively. These are all the things associated with water, with the water cards, with the cups. I'm hearing it's like it's something connected to your passion also. So what are you passionate about? What were you passionate about in the past? And maybe something happened and you're not passionate about it anymore. Have you healed from it? Maybe it's something that you were passionate about and you had to give up, and it's not like you want to go back to that, but you miss parts of it. It was a really important time in your life, and maybe you haven't given it its chance to be grieved, or your chance to really feel the loss of it. And maybe you need to do something that like helps that along. This reminds me that personally, share a little story with you. Maybe it will help you. I used to do burlesque. Good amount of people know that, but the further I get from doing it, a lot of people don't. And I loved it. I did it for at least 6 or 7 years. And I ended up stopping because first I was in a bad relationship, and then I lost my brother to addiction. And I tried less than 6 months later to do the show because it was something I loved, and I couldn't do it. And I just couldn't go back to it. And I cried and I mourned, and still it's taken years, and it's been 5 years now since I lost my brother, over 5. And I love it, and I love that community, and I miss it, but it's not something that I want really in my life right now. It's not something that I have room for in my life. Don't have the passion that I used to have for it. And I feel like I haven't even been to a show all this time because it made me so sad that I had to give it up. That's just kind of where life ended up taking me. And now I just bought tickets for the anniversary show of one of the troupes I used to perform with. And it's actually on the first day of Leo season, the 22nd. So that's got to be significant. But we just lost a member of our community, and it took 4 to 5 years, but over 5 years, but I'm finally ready to go see my friends, go see a show, and not feel bitter about it. Because I think I was bitter about it, and I was afraid that I was going to take it out on others around me. Oh, I did Kitten for one show that first year. I was in a weird place that first year. It was weird. Lots of weird stuff happened, but that's the example. Hopefully that kind of puts in perspective what I'm trying to convey. That it's probably something that you loved. Something happened that needs to be looked at, that needs to be healed so that you can move forward. We're gonna get you a Mystical Shaman Oracle card by Alberto Violdo and Colette Baron Reed and Marcela Lobos. These are always so good. Always so good, y'all. Okay. Oh, there was a couple, but we're going to go with this first one. The Earth Keeper, because I didn't think it was more than one. And it's in reverse, so technically we should read the medicine, but it seems like everybody's been needing all the messages. Doesn't matter what position these cards are. The Earth Keeper, which is interesting because we were just saying how you are naturally so earthy and you need the balance of these other elements. Because being such an earth sign, you can get caught up too much in the physical. And that's not always the most important. The Essence. Just as you're involved in co-creating your world, you are also responsible for its well-being. The Earth Keepers are dedicated to the stewardship of the earth and all life. They choose to hold the sacred dream of a planet where all beings live in peace and where the rivers and the air are clean. Remember that everything you do has an impact for 7 generations. I'm laughing for a very morbid reason because the world has changed so much since, even these cards came out. And as much as I want to believe, like, this sacred dream of us living in peace and harmony, it can feel so far away right now. It can feel so far away. But we need to, like, hold on to that faith together, because it makes it makes me sad, because I feel like a lot of people lately are just like, man, it's not gonna happen, so fuck it. No, don't do that. Sorry. Lost in my brain. The invitation. You have outgrown your small dream of success and achievement and are ready to dream big. With possibilities beyond your wildest expectations, take on the mantle of the Earth Keeper and reach out to a friend in need whom you may not have been in touch with for some time. Take care of your pets and feed the strays that come by. Clean up your yard, as this is a reflection of your relationship to the earth. Clean up trash, especially when you're on hiking trails. And don't stop littering. It's crazy to me how many people I just see, like, throw shit out their car window still. Like, what? Who do you think picks that up? Grow the sacred dream and your personal life will flourish. Remember, it's not about me any longer. As you care for the medicine. As you care for your body, you show your care for Mother Earth. So begin with the stewardship of your health. What are you putting in your mouth? Are you feeding on foods and thoughts that are not good for you? Start doing what you know will be good for you today. And that's part of that healing process, especially, like, the emotional thing. It's kind of like, I feel like they're kind of like, okay, you have, the other stuff. You have passion, you have mindset, and you have, like, a good things happening, like, in your physical. Now it's time to, like, let yourself feel a little bit more. Let yourself feel a little bit more. Take care of yourself a little bit more. Be gentle with yourself. Have a little bit more compassion for yourself and for those around you. Take care of your world. Take care of the earth. It's like, take care of the earth, but it's like, first you have to start with your world, and then it ripples out. It's interesting, like, these cards are so good, but it does kind of feel like, it's either they're, like, right on, or they've been adding, like, a whole new element. But it's interesting that we got the Earth Keeper when Earth was the one element that was, like, missing in this reading, which was you. So it's like, if this is you, and these are all aspects of you, how can you heal? It's like, okay, so your fire is good, your air is good, your earth is good. So how are we going to heal this part of you to complete yourself so that you can evolve into your highest self? It's the hokey pokey, and it's what it's all about, okay? Okay. Cool. All right, Taurus. If you need more guidance, if you want to connect one-on-one, I would love that. We could go deeper. My links are attached. Please let me know if you have any questions or whatever resonated with you. Thank you for being here as always. Love you so much, and I will see you for Virgo season. Bye.